Ashok has been a member of Toastmaster for a little bit over 2 years. He's a pulmonary critical care physician, and he's the founder of LeapDoctor.com. And he also happens to be my wonderful husband of 50 years. Ashok is on speech number 10, Get Comfortable with Visual Aids. In today's speech, Ashok's purpose is to teach you the basics of what it takes to create a path of success in business or in your personal life.
Sure.
They look beautiful, Miss Toastmaster. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I plan to discuss process flow diagrams and swim lanes. Before we dive right into this topic, how many of you know what process flow diagrams are? Very good. And how about swim lanes? Okay, can someone volunteer to tell me what process flow diagrams are?
Would it be anything like a flow chart?
It's like a flow chart.
The order of things, how they sequence.
Good. Sequence. Yes, Frank?
Breaks down a task into its individual pieces and tracks that across who's responsible for each piece.
Perfect. And through a process. So all those answers have exactly what we're saying. Process flow diagrams are diagrams that explain a process clearly through symbols and text. How about swim lanes? Yes.
Allows you to get from one end of the pool to the other without kicking somebody in the head.
Beautiful, beautiful. We always think of those swim lanes, and that's actually where it seems to come from. So what about in process flow diagrams? Where do swim lanes fit? Yes, Leslie?
Your area of responsibility.
Perfect, beautiful. So it helps organize the flow chart into groups based on who's responsible for the different steps within the process. Next. So why learn about process flow diagrams? Anyone? Come on. there's so many
Efficiency. You need them for efficiency.
Efficiently. Get organized.
Shows everybody's relative responsibility.
To be of those who communicate with one another. What else?
Make sure you do what you need to do, not what you don't need to do.
Perfect. It helps to organize yourself and plan a project. To make this more concrete, today we'll work through an exercise together. And before we jump into the exercise, we need to have a basic understanding of the shapes, the diagrams, the lingo. Let's begin our lesson. By the way, I have a very good man of white here. Please give a round of applause. So process flow shapes, diagram shape. No, if you're not familiar with it, you have to understand that each shape is going to reflect and map out a process. So if we're looking at data, it will be in a rhomboid shape. If we're talking about a process, it will be in a rectangular shape. If we have a decision, it will be in a diamond. I can't explain to you a document. It looks like a semi-rectangle slash
Baseball field.
baseball field. Fair enough. Start end, as you can see, the ending, the cylindrical. Then direct data, stored data. Now, it's not color coordinated. You don't need to know the colors. You just need to know the shapes. Okay? Manual input, internal storage, predefined process, and then sequential access storage. So, next. So, let's not forget about the swim lane. Swim lane. Jim mentioned the Olympic pool, the lanes. Well, it is like that. Each Olympic lane is occupied by a swimmer. In this case, each lane represents a person, a group, or a sub-process. And the lanes are labeled to show how the chart is organized. You can see Department 1, Department 2, Department 3, Department 4. Everyone see that? And now also, do you see the process name? The preparation phase, the execution phase, and finally the final phase? Everyone see that, yes or no?
Yep.
Who doesn't see that? Excellent, excellent. So now let's begin. Next slide. What is this? A rectangle. What was the rectangle?
Process.
Very good. Process. We can't start off without knowing what these shapes are. What is
Document.
document? Excellent.
You can't see on this side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me try this group. Everyone? Oh, sorry. Make sure everybody's here.
Data.
What is this?
Keep showing that side.
What is this?
Input data.
Not start, starts,
Start and stop.
not start and stop. Data.
Yeah.
That's what you kept it on.
How about this?
Sorry.
Everybody agree?
Okay, that's start and stop.
Start and stop? We good? How about this one? Decision.
Okay, darn.
Yes? Okay, now that we know those things, next slide please. A few more salient points. Step 1, usually identify the most involved individual or department within the process and place in the first lane, followed by the next most, followed by the next, and so forth. Step 2, use arrows to move from one flow diagram to another. Signifies flow passes to the symbol. So from one symbol, let's say we started off with this. And I moved on, let's say to the, what was this again?
Start and stop.
Start. What's this?
Data.
Process. Right? So we would have an arrow from here going to here. Make sense?
Makes sense.
And finally, oh, if you have a dotted line, just so you know, the dotted line reflects that it's not a part of the main process. Finally, step 3 is to remember to divide the process starting at preparation, followed by execution, followed by the final phase. Next slide. Sign up. We're going to discuss sign up. Sign up at Toastmasters. That was the very first thing that we started off with. Claudia has very keenly reminded us that we have to sign up. Did everyone sign up for something to do? Anything? Like a Toastmaster or a speaker or any of those things? Where's the clipboard right now? At Frank. Okay.
Sign up.
So then we're going to talk about sign up and we're going to talk about how the process works. Who's involved in the process and where are the areas of improvement? Let's just dive right in. Next. The example here is a high-level overview of just the sign-up process. Let's start off. We started, our schedule started off. Right? Usually the Vice President of Affairs, where is she? Anita. Usually she's passing the sign-up, but this time it was Claudia. Moving on to the Toastmaster members, right? And on first pass, you decide to write your name in, or you don't. And if you don't, guess who's looking at you at the end of the meeting? The president. Claudia's coming right at it. She comes and she reviews the schedule and asks if anyone wants to, maybe, possibly want to sign up again. So what's that lead you to? A second decision. Should I sign up? Yes or no? Right? If I sign up, what happens? If everybody signs up, everybody does the job, process is through, the schedule is complete, stored in the database, right? And this rarely happens, especially with Claudia starting off the meeting and ending the meeting on the shopping. Incomplete schedule.
Stay in here until it's finished.
So we bypass that process. Now the important thing about this is it helps us stay on task and remain the most creative and talented club in the Tampa Bay area. Next. So concluding thoughts. Similarly, when trying to achieve your purpose in life, whether personal or professional, it takes a plan. Process flow diagrams and swim lanes are a great starting point to achieve your goals. After all, as Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, this is what Jim, a French writer once said. Any idea what he said?
We.
A goal without a plan is just a wish. Madame Toastmaster.